All right, let's move from the banks to commodities. And one commodity of interest for us today is palm, the palm plantation that we have in Nigeria. And once upon a time, Nigeria was the largest world producer of palm. But today we have gone down to the 5th, overtaken by countries such as Indonesia and Malaysia. And guess what? Malaysia got it from us. But anyway, let's delve into this with someone who is very active in that sector. He's the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC, Mr. Taiwo Adewale. Mr. Adewale, good morning and thank you so much. Happy Easter to you.
How are you?
I'm fine. Happy holidays to you, Mr. Adewale. Could you move forward, please? Thank you so much. You're welcome to the program. So, unfortunately, Nigeria has lost that position it held for a long time, which is holding. I think we have to hold on a minute for Mr. Adewale. Nigeria is now the 5th largest, and according to data in 2021-2022, Nigeria's oil palm production averaged 1.4 million metric tons and 1.3 million in 2020. This is despite improvements in the production. Unfortunately, Nigeria has lost that position that it held for a while. So together, Indonesia and Malaysia, by far the largest oil production in the country, and they make up about 85 to 90% of total production of vegetable oil. Other countries like Colombia, Nigeria, and Thailand also are doing this. I think we have Mr. Adewale now. Good morning, Mr. Adewale.
Good morning.
Yeah, happy Easter.
Same to you, madam.
So what's happening? Okitipupa is one of the companies in the country that's supposed to make the most of our oil palm plantation, which is something that is rich. We used to lead the world. Unfortunately, we are number 5 now. What is happening in that area? We know that the country has, we talked about mechanized farming and things like that, you know. So what are some of those militating factors to stop us from regaining our position as the leading oil palm production in the country?
Yeah, I'm sure you will recall that Nigeria used to be a leader in the oil palm industry. We were leading the world many years ago. Prior to the oil boom, and we became a distraction to the country, the entire country. I think the situation in Nigeria today has just opened our eyes to see that we need to get back to the plantation.
Our eyes really open because we don't see concentration. We don't see, you know, intentional movement, you know, back to agriculture.
Yeah, well, that is the only road that we can get back into now, with all the challenges that other industries are facing. And Okitipupa, for example, we have taken very drastic measures, you know, to get back into production, reclaiming the plantations and investing heavily in it. And the results will begin to show in not too distant time.
When we say the results, what are we expecting? We are expecting oil to be cheaper because palm oil, vegetable oil, none of that is cheaper this time.
No, it is not in terms of it becoming cheaper, of course, but in terms of more production coming from Nigeria. I think a lot of investment is going into oil palm. In Ondo State, for example, a lot of investment is going into oil palm development, plantation development. We have the red gold. There's a target 100,000 hectares. And for us in Okitipupa, we are supposed to be a leader in that sector. And so you find that the rejuvenation of our plantations is currently ongoing. And I believe that the output will contribute significantly to the quantum of oil SPO that will be produced from Nigeria maybe in the next couple of years.
Oh, so we still have to wait for years. I was hoping you would say by the end of this year we'll start getting supply.
No. And that is the truth, that oil palm is a long-term cropping. It takes about 5 years from seedling development to maturity, and until you get to that point, you don't start getting any revenue from it. So I think our focus right now on getting the plantations back is a welcome development.
So we're looking at like how many years to start feeling the impact?
Well, not as long as it has been abandoned in terms of, when I'm talking about Nigeria now, abandoning agriculture. I think one thing that should be very clear to us is that the results of going back to agriculture is probably the key way to solving Nigerians' problems in terms of employment, in terms of revenue generation, in terms of IGR for state. So I believe that the decision that we're taking today, we just have to wait about 3-4 years. I'm sure it's shorter than the last 30 to 40 years that we have.
What about other derivatives, of it's not just oil?
Yeah, the oil palm is a multi-product plant that gives you several derivatives. You have kernels, you have kernel oil, you have a whole lot that can add value once you are able to process, the fruits, both oil, kernels, shells. All of them are useful, providing raw materials for various sectors of the Nigerian economy.
And we expect this, of course, to feed into those other sectors.
Yes.
Cosmetic, for instance.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Not just cosmetics. The noodles you consume, they are oil-based products. Margarine, the soap. So if we get back the plantations, we can get a number of these industries that are having challenges today. Look at Unilever, look at Nestle. If the base products that they need, if we're able to provide them, then they won't be doing a lot of import. I'm sure you know that the results from many of these companies today wasn't that good. Yeah. So
the FX factor.
Yeah, the FX factor. But if you can produce them locally, you don't have to depend on. You don't need foreign exchange to bring those products in.
Okay, so what's the plan? Are you in talks with them, or is it until you are supplying, or is that when you get them?
No, we should get our own house together first. Get the plantations working, producing enough fruits. Malaysia, for example, has over 1 million hectares of oil palm plantation. We're not in there.
What's your target?
Well, if Nigeria can do about 2.4 million hectares, I think that will take us, that will bring significant growth and make Nigeria a great contributor to the global oil palm.
And this potential is not just in Ondo State.
No, not just in Ondo State. There are 24 states that have suitable soil that can support the oil palm plantation development. Several states, even in the north,
Yeah, so recently you did talk about establishment of commodities boards.
Yes.
What do you mean by that? Are you talking of price control? Because that is a sensitive matter.
Very sensitive, and I don't think I want to delve into that today. But I believe a more organized product or commodity sector.
What do you mean by organized?
Yeah. The farmers who are really producing these commodities or products should actually be in control of those products, right? maybe in synergy with other regulators, so that they can fashion out a system that gives adequate reward to them. I think so that they get the benefits of their labor.
Sounds like you're talking about eliminating middlemen.
Yeah,
so middlemen is still a problem in the agricultural
value chain. Yeah, of course, it is. It is, and they exploit it. You know.
All right. Thank you so much, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC, Mr. Taiwo Adewale. Thank you for your time.
Nice meeting you.
Enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
All right, so once again, another sore part for us in Nigeria. Products that Nigeria used to lead the world in production, we're now number 5. How can we get that back? Well, Mr. Adewale promises that his company is trying to do that, but I guess we cannot leave it to them alone. But that's it for Business Morning on Sunrise Daily. You're still on to the program, but we head to the Sunrise Daily studios. Guys, back to you.